What if everything you thought you knew about aging was wrong? We often hear that age is just a number. But what no one tells you is how the choices you make today, especially in your later years, could be quietly working against you. Your health, happiness, and even your relationships may be suffering because of habits you don't even realize are harmful. Let's talk about something no one dares to discuss. It might be uncomfortable, but it affects all of us. If you've accepted slowing down as just part of getting older, I have some surprising truths that may completely change the way you see aging. Here's the reality. As we grow older, society hands us a set of unspoken rules. Rules about how we should move, think, and even connect with others. But here's the shocking part. Follow those rules may actually speed up aging and steal away the vibrant, fulfilling life you've worked so hard for. For example, did you know that avoiding intimacy, neglecting physical activity, or failing to challenge your brain could have a bigger impact on your long-term health than your diet? And that's just the tip of the iceberg. The real dangers lie in everyday habits that seem harmless, but could be holding you back from living your best years. You might be wondering, what am I doing wrong? And how can I change before it's too late? That's exactly what we're going to uncover today. By the end of this video, you'll know the 7 things you need to stop doing right now, backed by science, and how changing them could be the key to not just living longer, but living better. Because the truth is it's not about how old you are, it's about how you live. Are you ready to find out what's really going on? Let's dive in. Aging isn't just about gray hair, wrinkles, or those little aches and pains that seem to appear out of nowhere. It's about the small daily decisions we make, choices that either protect our future or quietly work against us. And here's what may surprise you. Many of the things we've been told to accept as normal in later years are anything but. For instance, most people assume that slowing down is inevitable, that it's just a natural part of aging. But what if I told you that it's not always aging itself that causes this slowdown? What if instead it's a result of habits we've unknowingly adopted over time? How we approach our health, relationships, and even our mindset can either keep us strong or speed up the clock in ways we never expected. Consider this. Studies show that maintaining strong social connections can actually add years to your life. But as we age, it's easy to isolate ourselves, whether due to a lack of energy, fear of judgment, or simply believing we're too old to keep up. The result, loneliness and social withdrawal, increase the risk of depression and even heart disease. Or take physical activity. You might think, I've earned the right to rest, but here's the problem. The more you avoid movement, the more your muscles weaken, your balance deteriorates, and your independence slips away. It's a vicious cycle. And it all starts with habits we assume are harmless. And then there's a topic no one talks about, intimacy. Did you know that staying sexually active in later years is linked to better mental health, reduced stress, and even improved heart health? Yet so many people avoid it, thinking it's unnecessary or inappropriate as they get older. But by ignoring it, they may be missing out on benefits far beyond the bedroom. And that's not all. The way you eat, how you spend your time, and even your thoughts about aging itself all create a ripple effect on your well-being. For example, holding negative beliefs about aging doesn't just affect your mindset, it can impact your body on a cellular level, accelerating decline and making you more vulnerable to illness. But here's the good news. You have the power to change this. The choices you make today, no matter your age, can have a profound effect on your future. But before you can make those changes, you need to understand what's holding you back. In this video, we'll shine a light on 7 common habits that seem harmless but could be preventing you from living your best life. Whether it's how you move, how you connect, or how you think. These habits are worth examining, and once you recognize them, you'll have the power to take control of your health, happiness, and longevity in ways you never imagined. It's not too late to make a change. Are you ready to uncover the truth about what's keeping you from thriving in your golden years? Let's get into it. Habit number 1, believing you're too old to change. One of the biggest mistakes we make as we age is assuming that change is no longer possible. We tell ourselves, I've been this way my whole life. Why start now? Or at my age, what's the point? But here's the truth. The human brain and body are remarkably adaptable. Science has proven that even in our later years, we can develop new skills, strengthen our bodies, and create fresh neural pathways that keep our minds sharp. There's a common myth that once you reach a certain age, learning and growth come to a halt. But the reality is, people in their 60s, 70s, and even 80s have successfully learned new languages, mastered musical instruments, started businesses, and built physical strength through exercise. In fact, research shows that engaging in new challenges can actually slow cognitive decline and improve mental health. So why do so many people assume change is impossible? A lot of it comes down to fear. Fear of failure, fear of looking foolish, or even fear of stepping outside of a comfortable routine. But what's more frightening, trying something new and struggling at first, or spending years stuck in the belief that life can't get any better. If you believe you're too old to change, you're placing limits on what you can achieve. Instead, start small. You don't have to become an expert overnight. If you've always wanted to write, start by journaling for 5 minutes a day. If you've dreamed of playing the piano, take an online lesson. If you wish you were more physically active, commit to short daily walks and build from there. The key is consistency. Small efforts repeated over time create big results. And the best part? The more you challenge yourself, the more capable and confident you'll feel. It's never too late to improve your health, mindset, and quality of life, but it starts with one thing, believing that change is still possible. And trust me, it is. Habit number 2, neglecting strength and balance. Many people assume that fragile bones, weak muscles, and poor balance are just inevitable parts of aging. But here's the truth. It's not age that causes weakness. It's inactivity. The less you use your muscles, the faster they deteriorate. And when strength fades, balance suffers, increasing the risk of falls. One of the biggest threats to independence as we get older, falls aren't just a minor inconvenience. They can lead to serious injuries, long recovery times, and a loss of confidence that makes people even less active, creating a dangerous cycle of decline. Studies show that 1 in 4 adults over 65 falls each year, and many of those falls result in broken bones, hospitalizations, or even permanent loss of mobility. But the good news, this doesn't have to be your fate. The key to maintaining strength and balance isn't avoiding movement, it's embracing it. Strength training, even with light weights, resistance bands, or bodyweight exercises, can dramatically improve muscle tone and stability at any age. In fact, research has found that older adults who engage in regular strength training can rebuild lost muscle, reduce their risk of falls, and even increase bone density, helping to prevent fractures before they happen. If you've never done strength training before, don't worry, you don't need to lift heavy weights or spend hours in a gym. Simple, effective exercises like chair squats, leg lifts, or standing on one foot while brushing your teeth can help improve balance and coordination. Tai Chi and yoga are also excellent options for enhancing stability and flexibility. The most important thing is consistency. Even small amounts of movement every day can lead to significant improvements over time. It's never too late to start. And every step you take today is an investment in your future independence and well-being. So ask yourself, are you moving enough to protect your strength and balance? If not, today is the perfect time to start habit. The 3 letting, social circles shrinkers. We get older, maintaining friendships can feel like more effort than it used to. Life changes, people hire, move away, or become busier with their own responsibilities. Before we realize it, our once thriving social circles start to shrink. At first, this may seem like a natural part of aging, but here's the problem. Social isolation isn't just lonely, it's a serious health risk. Multiple studies have shown that loneliness increases the risk of dementia, depression, and even heart disease. In fact, some research suggests that chronic loneliness can be just as harmful to health as smoking 15 cigarettes a day. Isolation can lead to increased stress, higher blood pressure, weakened immune function, and even a lifespan. the danger of social withdrawal is that it often happens gradually. Maybe you start declining invitations because you're tired, or you assume you're too old to make new friends. But each time you choose isolation over connection, the habit becomes harder to break. Eventually, socializing feels awkward or overwhelming, making it even more tempting to retreat further. But here's the good news. You can rebuild and strengthen your social life at any stage. The key is to be intentional about staying connected. It doesn't have to mean throwing yourself into a busy social calendar. It just means making a consistent effort. Start small. Reconnect with an old friend. Call someone you haven't spoken to in a while. A simple thinking of you message can reignite a meaningful friendship. Join a club, class, or group. Whether it's a book club, gardening group, fitness class, or volunteer organizations, shared activities, create natural opportunities for connection. Be open to new friendships. It's never too late to meet new people. Strike up a conversation at the coffee shop, talk to a neighbor, or attend a local event. Use technology to your advantage. If in-person meetups aren't always possible, stay connected through phone calls, video chats, or even social media. Most importantly, remember this: staying socially active isn't just about fun, it's about survival. Your relationships don't just enrich your life, they extend it. So make an effort to nurture the connections you have and create new ones whenever possible. Your heart, mind, and overall well-being will thank you for it. Habit number 4, ignoring the power of mindset. Your thoughts shape your reality. If you believe that aging is nothing more than a slow decline, that's exactly what you'll experience. But if you see it as a new chapter filled with growth, wisdom, and opportunity, your body and mind will respond in kind. Studies have found that people with positive beliefs about aging live an average of 7.5 years longer than those with negative attitudes. That's because your mindset directly affects your stress levels, immune system, and even your ability to recover from illness. When you constantly think, I'm too old for that, or it's all downhill from here, your body follows suit, producing stress hormones that weaken your health over time. But here's the exciting part. You can rewire your brain at any age. Start by challenging negative thoughts. Instead of saying, I'm too old, to start exercising, say, my body will thank me for moving. Instead of thinking, then there's no point in learning something new. Remind yourself that lifelong learning keeps your brain sharp. See aging for what it truly is, a privilege. Every year you live is a chance to grow, experience, and enjoy life. Your mindset is the most powerful tool you have. Use it wisely. Habit number 5, avoiding new challenges. Routine is comforting, but too much of it can be dangerous. When you stop challenging yourself physically, mentally, and emotionally, your brain starts to slow down. The result, cognitive decline, memory loss, and a life that feels stagnant. Think of your brain like a muscle. If you don't use it, it weakens. When you stop learning, stop problem solving, and stop stepping outside your comfort zone, your neural connections start to fade. The good news, you can rebuild them. Want to keep your mind sharp? Keep learning. Read books that challenge you. Try a new hobby, painting, playing an instrument, or even learning a new language. Solve puzzles, play strategy games, or engage in deep conversations that make you think. The more you challenge your brain, the stronger it stays. And don't be afraid to fail. Growth comes from pushing through discomfort. If something feels difficult at first, that's a sign your brain is building new pathways. Keep going. The more you embrace challenges, the sharper and more engaged you'll remain. Habit thought to 6, dismissing the importance of physical touch. Many people assume that physical touch, whether from a hug, a handshake, or simply sitting close to someone, becomes less important as we age. But in reality, human touch is a fundamental need at every stage of life. Touch releases oxytocin, the feel-good hormone that reduces stress, lowers blood pressure, and promotes emotional well-being. It can even ease physical pain. Research has shown that something as simple as holding hands can lower cortisol levels, the stress hormone that contributes to heart disease and anxiety. But here's the problem. As people get older, they often experience less touch. They may live alone, lose loved ones, or simply interact less socially. This lack of touch can contribute to feelings of isolation and even depression. Make it a priority to bring more physical connection into your life. Hug your friends. And family, hold hands with a loved one if you don't have close relationships nearby. Even spending time with a pet can provide similar benefits. A warm embrace or even a friendly pat on the back can make a world of difference in how you feel. Habit number 7, ignoring nutrition because it's too late. Many people believe that their eating habits don't matter anymore. They think, I've eaten this way my whole life, why change now? But here's the truth, your body is constantly renewing itself. The food you eat today has a direct impact on how you feel tomorrow. Poor nutrition contributes to inflammation, heart disease, brain fog, and even joint pain. Processed foods, excess sugar, and unhealthy fats can make you feel sluggish, while whole, nutrient-dense foods provide energy, improve digestion, and even boost mental clarity. It's never too late to make small changes. You don't have to overhaul your entire diet overnight. Instead, start with simple shifts. Drink more water. Hydration is key to energy and clear thinking. Eat more whole foods, fresh vegetables, fruits, lean proteins, and whole grains can make a dramatic difference in how you feel. Cut back on sugar and processed foods. They cause inflammation and drain your energy. Prioritize protein and healthy fats. They support muscle strength, brain health, and overall longevity. Every meal is an opportunity to fuel your body with what it needs to thrive. Don't fall into the trap of thinking it's too late, because it never is. Aging isn't about getting old. It's about how you choose to live. The habits we've talked about today aren't just suggestions. They are powerful tools that can transform the years ahead. You don't have to accept decline as inevitable. You don't have to settle for a life of limitations. You have the power to change, to grow, and to thrive starting right now. So ask yourself, which habit will you stop today? What small change will you make to ensure your future is as strong, fulfilling, and vibrant as